Don't do it in Skype because it's just aggravating. I have to adjust the screens all the time. You said you linked one in stream chat. I don't see anything. Are you talking TeamSpeak? Oh, stream.
TeamSpeak, yeah.
My apologies. My apologies. All right. Anyways, I'll get back to that in a sec. Starforge. Let me throw a. I guess it's kind of pointless to throw a link up and chat about it. Let me close this out real quick. Hang on. Let me make sure their website's easy to find. And if it's not, I'll tell everybody how to find them. So, yeah, starforge.com. Can't get much easier than that. Alright. Starforge.com. So, you know what? I'll let you guys have the floor for a minute. And since our main man, Fox, is throwing me something here, let's see what we got. Oh my god, yes, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. We got a little bit of gameplay footage here.
Gotta get past this ad.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for advertising other people's products, so.
No,
Not yet.
No, not yet. Yes. Oh my god, yes. I'm sorry. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, awesome series, man. Can't beat it.
Now, this could kill the franchise. I mean, there's some pretty hardcore people out there, but when it comes to Elder Scrolls and how they like their game, and this could really piss a lot of people off.
I don't know, man.
It could, but it's the lore and it's the world that you're playing in that I think people enjoy the most. Not quite the gameplay style.
Yeah, man. They do have a unique system to theirs, and it's awesome.
They do. But I mean, when you're adjusting it to the MMO market, it's hard to implement that style. You could skip up to the 2-minute mark. That's where the gameplay footage starts.
I'm about to ask, because this is getting...
You should have read the note in TeamSpeak.
My bad, man. My bad.
Hey, you can't be the director and everything. Give the guy a break.
2 minutes mark before you play it. That would have made us a lot easier, simple, than showing a bunch of dudes talking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the first time I've seen this, so you guys ain't going to get much out of me for a minute, because I'm going to sit here and watch this. You know what? I'm turning the audio on.
So many different environments like this, or the all of Tamriel, is that you have to have an art style that works for the entire span of the game, and not just one section. So that's been great. I think our artists have done a fantastic job.
Graphics aren't too bad.
You need to define each region and give it an identity, but then also have some cohesion amidst
I wonder what the
the
interface is going to be like, because
really.
Yeah, absolutely. So
that was the thing about Elder Scrolls, was your interface and
right from the start,
changing between weapons.
Of where they're
everything was simple.
And that gives them an identity in the game.
Whereas with an MMO, you have to balance. There has to be class balance, and
so that's
it'll be interesting.
I choose. That's where I want to play. Because later on, when you get into PvP, you want that identity, you want that community identity to say, okay, this is the side I'm going to fight for.
Well, they're going to have to for that kind of game.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like a game like Diablo where it doesn't matter if one class is a little, OP in one area or another. It doesn't matter. You're not playing against other players, but
so sound off and I'll relay them.
Let's face it, the MMO is full of a lot of really immature young people with entitlement issues that think that they deserve everything without having to work for it. So I hope they don't cater to that and make the game an actual challenge.
In terms of the player experience.
You know, I'm proud of them for having all this gameplay footage ready for E3.
I think the thing is,
yeah, it's pretty awesome looking.
Considering that they just announced this game like a month ago, they already had all the gameplay footage ready. I mean, I'm just glad they did. I'm glad they had something ready for us.
Within that class, there's so many different choices.
I mean, obviously, where's the best place to go to show off a game you're wanting to release? E3.
E3. Yeah.
There might be
somebody's been busy in there.
A class that is more roguish in nature but that rogue could decide they want to use bows, they want to use swords, or even hammers. That's fine. We'll let them do that.
That's all
Everybody in here has
it
played
is.
Skyrim,
And
right?
speaking of
And all the
Yeah.
other
we can use in the
Elder
world,
Scrolls,
Riku
Frank, you
45
too?
wants to know about
Yes.
mounts and getting
I think we
around.
all agree that
There will be
us
mounts
in
in
the
the game.
world
You
probably
will
just
see
loves that
right,
franchise, right?
absolutely.
Well, they wouldn't still be making games if enough
Game of
people
the
didn't
year
like it.
every time.
You're gonna get on a dragon back. Not going to be able to find out today.
All right, more dudes talking.
Man, what does that? What does it
Yeah.
look like?
Well, that's pretty much it. I have a couple more short clips in through there, and
And one of the things about RPG battles
Is there any
is you gotta
combat?
support 200 characters on
curious.
the screen at one time. Like,
Not
that's
that I
what
saw.
I'm shooting for, to have this, this feeling of I'm actually in the war. I'm
mostly
there.
just fly-throughs showing you
You know,
graphics,
you have to make
environments,
sure that you've
architecture.
crafted our
I'm glad they
engine
did
to
that. I
accommodate
kind of wish they
that.
would have
So
had a
it's not the
little
same engine that,
demo to
you'll
player
see
interaction a
in,
little bit, but they're probably still polishing that out.
Skyrim, for instance.
Yeah.
But,
Any
the
word on
engine
who
is
they
amazing, you know,
picked up to help them
level of
develop the
detail
online
that we're
part?
able to
Because
get
this is the
into
first
and
online
get
game
200
they've
people on
done,
the
man.
screen is fantastic.
You know what, let me see if I can find some info on that.
Why have these like different factions sprouted up? Why do these different races come together and like want to fight each other? And what's it all going to play out in the end regarding the Elder Scrolls?
Who's backing
Question
these
we're
guys
getting over
anyways?
Twitch
Who always
about
backs them? I
where-
can't remember.
from
It's
Elder Quick
Ball.
Nessie, where does it take place
Bethesda?
in the Tamriel
No.
timeline?
It starts with a B.
It takes place in the Tamriel
I
timeline
think.
about
No way, it don't matter.
1,000 years before Skyrim, as an example. So it's in the second
Wiki
era.
page would be nice.
But to answer directly the
Miss
question
Nader says she
about,
likes it.
the alliance about
Oh, let's see. ZeniMax Online Studios is the developer.
What have they done in the past? I don't recognize that name.
Let's see.
I'm sorry to keep asking you all this.
We really challenge ourselves to say, hey, I want to go take the apple off the table. It seems silly, but it adds.
They created, let's see here.
I want to go pick it up, and so that's one of the things teams really challenge themselves, making sure the world is very interactive, and it's something that we allow you to play or do. Because it's part of the fantasy. It's part of my fantasy. This is an Elder Scrolls game. You want to do that, right?
We're going to put a lot of pots on people's heads so we can steal from them unnoticed.
Not really much, to be honest.
I'm sorry, because it's fun when it's an NPC.
They've helped in the development of a few different game mechanics, but not games themselves. There is some credits here for particle effects and
More questions before we wrap up here, Paul.
something or other.
Something
Can you still toggle first?
Yeah,
and third
it's
person?
not specific.
So I
they
would
ain't done
say
much,
that,
huh?
that's been one of the bigger questions we've gotten.
Promising.
And
They
know a
had
lot of
some.
people, they want that-
I guess they had some development credits for Hero Engine, which is the one that Star Wars: The Old Republic was built on.
I've heard of Hero a few times.
Yeah. Pretty much kind of new. They were formed in 2007. It's been pretty much nothing. Elder Scrolls Online is going to be the big one for them.
Yeah, that's a hell of a title to make your name on.
Yeah. It's going to take place about 1,000 years before Skyrim, by the way. So that's where the online universe is going to be.
I'm trying to think. I don't even remember where. I don't think Morrowind or the other ones. Shit, I can't think.
Oblivion.
Yeah, those are all pretty far timelines apart. I mean, they're not even really the same worlds, right?
Morrowind was Vardenfell, which is the Dark Elf homeland. Oblivion was Cyrodiil, where the Imperial's capital is.
Build us off. Okay. Thank you, Miss Nader. So I'm guessing the Elder Scrolls already has this big world, and they're probably just going to tie it all into one game. Obviously, kind of like how World of Warcraft has all of its different continents and shit.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
I think that's something people have asked for in the Elder Scrolls series, is to visit multiple lands instead of just one. So,
Would make
tell
sense.
if they pull it off, it'll make a lot of the fans happy. I don't think the fans are really going to care much about the combat system or the gameplay. a lot of the fans just like being in that game world, the lore and all that.
What's going on here, Frank?
I guess a hardware store in the United States, because you Americans are so gullible. They're putting up sections for getting zombie prepared, where you can buy power tools and stuff for zombie proofing your house. And I just found that article. I thought it was pretty funny. I think that hardware store, if I remember, is in Kansas.
Oh no.
Nope. Nebraska, Omaha.
I'm going to plug another one in.
Sorry, we're getting. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm being distracted by TeamSpeak. I'm guessing this is a response to the Florida incident.
Yeah, well, there were there were a couple more. There was that one. Somebody in Maryland admitted to police. Now, this one's not really zombie, but apparently somebody in Maryland admitted to police that he killed somebody and ate the heart and part of the brain. Now, really, all a zombie's going to admit to police is going to be... But, so we can write that one off as just a nut job. But we go further to New Jersey. And some stabbed himself in the stomach repeatedly and was throwing intestines at police. Witnesses said he was acting and walking like a zombie. Throwing his own intestines at police. I mean, come on. And then one of the cops gets the bright idea. Well, how are we going to incapacitate him? Well, he's stabbing himself in the stomach and throwing intestines. So would pepper spray work? No. But they finally managed to subdue him. But yeah, I don't know what's going on down in the States. You guys are all crazy. And I think it was in Kansas. A developer repurposed an old missile silo into a self-contained community that is zombie-proof, and it sold out almost right away.
Wow.
So, how can we kickstart the American economy? Zombie apocalypse.
Oh my god, dude! This is what I talk about all the time. I probably shouldn't bring this up, but because it's like one of my rants. I have a rant, and I'm pretty sure I've talked to you guys about it before. But I believe that survival of the fittest should play a role in our modern day society, and that the gene pool is way, way over polluted right now, and we need to clean it out. Because
well, careful what you're suggesting here, because if you're talking about going out and killing stupid people, we could get in a lot of trouble for that.
Well, if anybody's watching, stop those interracial marriages. That's not good for us.
This piss everybody off.
I don't think it had anything to do with the race, but...
Well, obviously everybody's inferior to white people, so...
Holy shit.
I disagree.
Holy shit, Hammer.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I want to back my boys up, but I don't want my internet career to die right here. I don't.
So I think the moral of the story is we start euthanizing gingers. Just throwing that
Are
out there.
gingers really that bad?
Yes, they are.
I don't think so.
No,
they're hot.
no, they're not.
So the women are hot. So
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking, what is polluting the gene pool?
I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, people. I mean, well, you know how it is, man. I mean, it.
Careful.
Retards mating, I guess,
I mean,
or what?
Yeah, that's happening, but that's not that's not the big problem, because that's not like happening enough. Not yet, anyways. I guess. But
What is it?
I'm just
Diabetes that runs in the family.
that actually,
Stuff like that.
Honestly, this is going to sound bad, but that is something that probably could get weeded out if those people died off. Unfortunately, I would fall into that category. Now, if I quit drinking Mountain Dew all the time and take better care of myself, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.